Chopping boards. Where would us woodworkers be without them? They are often the entry path into the world of hardwoods, milling, jointing, clamping, sanding, and routing. And like many woodworkers before me, the humble chopping board was one of my first woodworking projects. I had got over my fear of all the different tools and machines out there, which tends to overwhelm many a hobbyist, because for a while I thought you needed all of those things. That was until I saw a fellow Aussie with a certain attitude.
Just get started.
Let me know in the comments which other creator has helped inspire you to start woodworking, or who you most enjoy watching. And this is about as basic a project as you can get. And the great thing about chopping boards is that you can make them as simple or as complex as you'd like. For this one, I was using 2 local hardwoods in Jarrah and spotted gum, alongside an imported American walnut. Although for you Americans, that would simply be black walnut. You may see the table saw and think, well, that's not a beginner, but this video was only the second time I was using it. I had made some small shelves, a towel rack, storage chest, and a side table with a circular saw, a beaten up miter saw, a drill, and some clamps. So this project symbolised me deciding to take woodworking more seriously. And like every beginner woodworker, I overanalyzed every cut and made a few mistakes. Gluing up a range of different timbers at different thicknesses can be a little challenging, and with glue making sure everything slides everywhere, getting a perfect glue up can be nearly impossible. Instead, I had to resort to the time-honoured tradition of slapping together a router sled and attacking the misaligned board with a trim router. How I was wishing for a plunge router, which, at the time of recording this, I now have. And let me tell you, I have never seen so much sawdust and wood chip in my life. But hey, it worked. And that's the amazing thing about woodworking. Almost any mistake is fixable at some point. You just have to keep at it. Without a slab flattening bit, I had plenty of bumps and divots to fix up once I finished with the router, and 40 grit sandpaper was my best friend here. And that was before I went through all of the grits and water popped before completing a final sanding. If there is one thing my wife will tell you about my woodworking, it's that I've never been known for accurate measurements. It's a running joke that I'll measure thrice and cut twice, and that happened here. I may not have the most artistic eye, but even I know when the dimensions of a board don't look right. This board was too wide and not deep enough to stay as one chopping board. Thankfully though, I have a table saw, right? Luckily, finishing a chopping board is one of the simplest things you can do. With food-safe oil and wax, you'll protect your board and you basically can't screw it up, which is lucky, because my finishing with stain has been streaky at best. Get it? I decided these chopping boards needed some rubber feet for some reason, so on they went. As I finished up what became these 2 chopping boards, I reflected on what I'd just accomplished. I'd compiled 2 chunks of wood from 3 different wood species, cut them to size and glued them together to make a fairly timeless piece of equipment for the kitchen. And it's this project that really got me hooked on woodworking. As a beginner, I'm always looking for ways to improve, so if you notice something I could fix up, let me know. Catch you later.